Germans didn't even bomb. The Germans didn't bomb.
Okay, hold on.
Our allies did in the
Let me get this straight here. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of confused here because you're popular among a lot of people. Last time I did this video, and dude, you're saying Germans lost the war because they attacked America. That's what you're saying.
Owned all of, you know, at least the country around Germany we practically owned.
Because they were innocent people, like, take over, like, villages and stuff, I mean, like, towns that were defenseless.
Exactly! We took over the villages to take out the armies. Those villages were nothing more than a defensive point-up. Our army wasn't big, and we knew it. So you know what we did? We took over a village, fortified it, took out the enemies from a defensive location. We used their own civilians as a shield. The best plan is pulling on your people's heartstrings. You throw the villages in front of the rounds, they're not going to want to shoot them. That would make them look bad if they shot their own civilians. In other words, they had to find ways around the civilians. While they were doing that, we were picking off the army. Like, how are we going to kill these guys? Let's get a sniper. Boom, that dude's dead by our sniper. That's pretty much how it worked out. We throw the civilians into the mix. We didn't kill the civilians. We kept them alive for a single purpose of dying by their own people. If they shot, they would have killed their own people.
So I have a question. I was watching this thing on A&E the other day. They're talking about how Hitler was smart enough. He got away. Do you believe Hitler died within that time, or did he get away as they did and created the United States?
That's how he got away. He committed suicide. They didn't catch him. He took a gun and blew his brains out. After, of course, killing all of his executive staff. That's what he did first. Last round for himself.
But how's that getting away? You said he got away. How was shooting yourself?
He was about to die. That's why he walked out and killed himself.
But his body still... But isn't technically his body still being captured? Because you're dead. They have your body. Isn't that capturing
if you had a choice
Hitler,
to die by your
theoretically?
own or the enemies, which would you choose? Which would bring you more peace?
It depends,
dying by your mortal enemies or dying by your own ground? If those were your only options.
You speak German?
No. I was born in America. But I hate this country's guts. If Donald Trump gets elected, I may like it. He's the dude that would be like the Germans. He's like, you put a fucking redneck on a nuclear bomb button. No one's going fuck country.
I'm gonna have to leave this party soon.
I'm sorry, but no one's going to attack America because we just put a redneck with nuclear bombs.
Just mute him. Just mute.
I swear to God, Titan doesn't know what he's talking about.
Just mute him.
No, definitely.
So what? I have a question. So you're saying if Donald Trump wins the presidency, you're going to be happy because he's German. He's going to be like Germans and kill everybody.
If you attack them, you're going to die. It's like putting a redneck in front of a big shiny nuclear launch buddy. That's the equivalent of what you're doing when you put Donald Trump in office. ISIS is going to be attacking us. You know why? They value their lives. Donald Trump's going to be the dude you say, you attacked us? Let me go kill you all. He won't give a shit about what those small countries say. You know what Turkish are allies? They can either let us kill them, or we can kill them as well. Because for all we know, they could be funding ISIS. They don't let us take out ISIS inside their country. All we have to do is put a spin on saying they're funding ISIS. It's the only reason they wouldn't allow us.
But how do you?
Advantage.
But how do you know ISIS? But how do you know ISIS is not American made, sir?
Yeah, ISIS could be American made. But they're threatening America, and Turkish refuses to. The Turkish country, Turkey, refuses to allow anyone to attack ISIS in their country. They say, well, you'll be violating laws. You know what? For America threatens to attack Turkey as well because they're harboring as terrorists, Turkey would give up. You know why? Turkey's not that big. America sends an army in, their own reaction is submit or die. Those are the choices
But
you
you're
have.
not gonna send an entire army across like the world for nothing.
ISIS is not nothing. Think about it. ISIS is making threats non-stop around the world, and they've acted on so many. They're causing worldwide panic. Okay?
Okay. But now I'm still confused though, because you're saying you hate America, but yet you want Trump to be president. You'd be happy again.
We're in debt. The only thing Hillary Clinton brings.
Why is America broken? But how is America broken though? I want to know how you feel America is broken. How is that even possible?
My family makes $500 a year, and they think we can afford the health insurance. I used to be qualified for health insurance, right? Because we didn't make enough money. But all of a sudden, we used to actually make $1,000 back when I had income. I lost my goddamn job. The business went under. I haven't been able to get another job since. So I'm kind of fucked here. So now now we're out about a $600 income. And then, how is it not? The government finds ways to spend money that's not needed. If we didn't have all these immigrants coming into our country expecting free handouts, we wouldn't have the issue.
Okay, wait a minute. I have to argue there. Now, aren't you an immigrant in America?
There are some immigrants that don't expect handouts, but there are a lot
expecting
of
handouts right now. You're expecting free jobs. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not expecting.
I'll take a free job, please.
Then why are you complaining about not being able to have a job then?
I've got a job. I've held it for a while, but you know what happened?
But
the business went under because you know what happened? A huge ass business the same size opened up right next door. You wanna know what the difference was? They could sell shit cheaper because they had Mexicans in their fucking store, and they were paying them squat. I willing to bet that they were fucking immigrants. I think they were fucking illegal immigrants.
What? Now you're saying what?
$4 an hour. They're getting paid $4 an hour, and they're working all day long, each and every one of them, 5 days a week.
Now you're saying Mexicans are corrupt in America, but taking your job.
Maybe you're just bad at your job.
Dude, how can you be bad at bagging groceries?
What did you do? What was your job?
That's the easiest.
You can. There's a lot of people out there who put eggs with canned foods, and they damage the whole like.
I'm like, bitch, you better pick those eggs out, those cans out of my bag of eggs, because if they're crushed, I'm coming after your job. I've done it numerous times. They get pissed, but they do it because they prefer their job over a fucking report. If someone reports that and their eggs get damaged because of that shit, guess what? There's going to be that's bad customer service.
You actually tell someone, yo, bitch, take their eggs and cans out?
That's why you lost your job.
Hold on. Let me ask you a quick question. You don't answer the phones at where you work, do you?
No, but I know the person that owned the store.
No.
That's how I know. The reason I got that job was I had no job experience. The dude got me the job because I was a friend with the fucking owner. He gave me a chance when no one else would.
But no one else would.
You know what? And you know what? I was the best worker there out of everyone.
What's that?
Are you sure about that?
I got paid more than that.
Can I ask you what the name of the place was that you worked? Or is that too personal?
So was it a grocery store? Was it a
you know what it was?
Like
it was his mom's lemonade stand because he knew the owner and he was the best worker there.
For all my mom's a fucking 5-star restaurant cook.
Does he make lemonade? Wow.
No.
It was a bake sale then. It was a bake sale. He sold cookies on the corner. That's what he did.
No.
Sorry.
It was a taco truck.
I'm just.
Not far from my town.
Goddamn Mexicans opened up across the street and their tacos are way better.
Now, I'm afraid if there was a taco joint anywhere near here, there'll be a huge growth sport. There may actually be more than 100 people living in my town. We may have 200. If we had a taco joint, all the population in this area would skyrocket. That's all we need is a fucking taco joint. We would have 3-4 people trying to find a house.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. I'm confused here.
Mexicans, taco joint. I would thank you. Please, God, bring some Mexicans to great taco joint.
Wait a minute.
Mexicans will come.
What? Okay. So
we would actually have a population. You know why? We would have a fucking restaurant. We don't even have a goddamn grocery store anymore.
So you're saying
the tacos would bring the people. I swear to God, my town is less than 100 on any given day. Every day of the week, we have a less than 100.
If you don't have... Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on.
Being a small-ass community.
Okay, wait a minute. First of all, you're saying there's no grocery stores where you live at. Is that correct? So how do you go shopping? Where do you guys go?
They grow their own food.
Holy
yeah,
crap,
technically 90% of the people never leave the town. They go to the fucking ranches, buy beef from there, and buy food from there. You can get everything you need from the farms.
What is that considering a grocery store?
Oh boy.
Okay, you live in the farms. Today's Sub Sunday, guys. Okay, wait a minute. So there's no taco shops near you, no taco restaurants, and you're saying if someone was to build,
how would your mom have a 5-star restaurant then?
She has a car. How do you think?
Right.
And she goes to fucking Chicago to work on a casino restaurant. I'm talking about a 5-star casino restaurant. I'm not talking about no
goddamn Native Americans.
You need a membership to get in. Place. You have to have a membership card to enter.
So your mom works at a casino that Native Americans own, and you're mad about Mexicans taking over jobs.
Native Americans.
Is that right? I'm kind of.
Hollywood. That's the name of the casino boat.
Who's Howie?
Hollywood.
Who's Holly and why did she?
That's the name of the.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're saying Hollywood in California owns that casino?
Yeah, like the.
But how do you know natives don't own it? Natives own like 90% of casinos in the United States now. Aren't they considered Latin as well?
You know
so I mean, but I'm still confused with the whole. But the whole thing where
the owner's white as fuck. I mean, he would make Snow White look yellow. That's how white he is. There's no way that dude's Native American when he can make a goat scare the shit out of a ghost. He'll make a ghost cry. That's how white he is. He doesn't even look alike.
I'm still confused. You're saying that if someone was to build a taco shop near where you live, it would be flooded with nothing but Mexicans. Do you think all Mexicans flock to taco shops?
I mean, if we had a taco
That's not.
shop,
I mean,
a good taco joint of any kind, anywhere in this area.
You get tacos.
No, it's just
right?
Hey, baby,
actually, that doesn't work. Trust me. I've been bitched that by
but
my
you know, sir,
yeah, my girlfriend bitched that me.
You know that.
Never again will I eat tacos before having sex with her.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Frito, I really need to get out of here. For real.
girlfriend won't have sex with you because you eat tacos. What does that have to do with having sex? I don't understand that.
You understand why. It sounded like I had a chainsaw going.
It's like he's banging and like all of a sudden like you hear the crunch of a taco shell.
Yes!
Like,
no, you hear a chainsaw go off. You think I'm doing some puss ragging down somewhere at that point.
Chains? What do you do?
Barney,
what do you do with chainsaws?
It would make a chainsaw sound quiet and silent.